Hey, how about some red cabbage and bratwurst for dinner? Let's get cooking. Hey, welcome back everybody. I'm Dave Guerra and this is This Vet Cooks. Told you I'd be back. Anyway, so feeling much better now. So other than that, we're back on track. Let's get going. Today, what are we going to do? Again, we're going to take something straight out of the Operation Vittles Cookbook. And it's out of page 63. Red cabbage. Red cabbage. KOHL. If you've been to Germany, and that's what it is. It's the land of the kohl. KOHL. Yep, so now you know what that department store translates into English. It's cabbage, folks. It's cabbage, I tell you. Anyway, red cabbage. So here's what we need. We need 6 cups of red cabbage shredded. We've got that. Let me get this over here. Oops. And okay, it's just a little bit more than 6, but we'll compensate for that. Half a teaspoon of salt. 3 tablespoons of onion chopped. 1 apple chopped. 5 cloves. So these are the whole cloves, not the powder stuff. Whole cloves. All right, and we're gonna combine all of that in water for an hour, and that's going to be 1 cup of water. And put it all in a pan here in just a second. All right, and then we're going to do that for an hour, and then we're about 15 minutes in, or before the end, we're going to fry up some bacon until it's crisp, and then we're going to add some vinegar, about 1/4 cup of vinegar, and 4 tablespoons of sugar. We're going to simmer that for 10 minutes, and then we're going to pour it over the cabbage, and then we've got some bratwurst that we're going to cook up, and it's going to be dinner. But today's featured recipe is the red cabbage KOHL. So without delay, let's get started. And we're recording. All right, so here's everything. There it is, the chopped up red cabbage. Got some onions right here. There we go. Apples right there. Got the 5 cloves right there. Cup of water, 1 cup of water. There's the pot it's all going to go into, and the half teaspoon measure for the half teaspoon of NaCl, NaCl, or sodium chloride, or salt. All right, let's get started. Let's go ahead and dump what we need to dump in. So let's dump the big stuff first. Because again, I know it's a cup of water they're asking for, but hey, you ever seen cabbage when it gets rendered down? Yeah, it's exactly what it looks like. That's exactly what it's going to look like. All right, so we've got the cabbage. Let's throw in some onions. Oh, let's bring this over a little bit closer. Let's throw in the onions. There we go. The 5 cloves, we'll just scatter. These are the whole cloves, so it's just scattered. Apples. Now this is 1. Oops, sorry about that. It's 1 apple. No, we had two tiny apples, so we just went ahead and cut them up, and there they are. And there's the half teaspoon of salt. Just throw that all around. All right, and I'm using that big kosher salt. I like to cook with that. And here's the cup of water. All right. So we're going to bring it to a boil for an hour. Now, again, I know it's only a cup of water, but again, the cabbage is going to let go of its water, and so will the apples, so will the onions, and the salt will help draw it out. So let's take a look, and we'll go from there. So let's get this going. All right. Everything's over there on the stove. It's going, and we just got to wait that hour. So I want to take a couple of minutes, well, a couple of seconds actually, say thank you very much for those of you that watch the show, those of you that have subscribed. Thank you for your patience. Those that have seen it before, whether you're watching it on Facebook or on YouTube or know about it through the Twitter feed, again, thank you very much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. And I hope you're finding these old recipes, old historic recipes from a time of food insecurity. Because again, we didn't know, or they didn't know at that time what was being flown in or what was coming in on the next flight. But hey, they did the best they could, and that's a good thing. And so we can also, in this day and age, things are changing again. You know, so again, we'll make the best of it, and we're going to have some fun with it. So again, I want to thank everybody for watching on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, every place else. Again, don't just let me know you're watching. Say, hey, Dave, great episode, or after, if you've got something you want me to cook up, drop me a note, let me know. And also, listen. Again, don't want to leave this episode without saying, hey, veterans, any situation, anything that's just out of the ordinary, something's not feeling right, you need to make a call, don't hesitate. Just make the call. That's what they're there for. 1-800-273-8255. And when the automated attendant answers, press the number 1. That's the Veterans Crisis Line. So again, don't hesitate. Hey, that's what they're there for. They're there to listen. They're there for you to talk to someone. If they can help, they will. And if they don't know, they're going to find somebody who does. I guarantee it. That's what it's all about. So again, 1-800-273-8255. Press the number 1 and go from there. So listen, let's go ahead and through the magic of modern technology, let's take a look and see what this looks like now. Alrighty, we're about 15 minutes away from the 1 hour of the boiling of the cabbage, and this house is smelling fantastic. Apples, the cloves, the red cabbage, obviously, and the onions. It's all doing well. We'll take a peek at it in just a minute. But now we're at the next part. Now we've got to start frying up some bacon. Heck yeah, frying up some bacon. The recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of chopped bacon, and we're going to fry it until it's crisp. Then we're going to add a 1/4 cup of vinegar and 4 tablespoons of sugar, and then we're going to let it simmer for 10 minutes, and then once that's done, we're going to pour it over the cooked cabbage and we're going to mix it well. Now at the same time, we've got some potatoes going, and the bratwurst will be firing up, and we're going to have dinner here pretty soon, so get ready because it's about to really kick off. All right, well there it is. You just saw that, and again, wow, it's looks good, looks great. Again, this is the red cabbage, or KOHL, from the Operation Vittles Cookbook, and I definitely forgot to do this, and I need to do it now. Huge shout out to Dorothy Hawkins, Hawkins. That is who put this recipe in the book. So shout out to Dorothy, her family, everyone. Awesome. It looks great, smells fantastic. The house smelled awesome the whole way through. So let's take a bite and let's dig in. Here we go. Oh man. Yeah. All right. This is it. This is the stuff right here. That's fantastic. So we got the cabbage, we got the apples, we got the cloves, we got the water, we got a little bit of salt, and then we fried up the bacon, and then we put some vinegar in that, and the sugar, the 4 tablespoons of sugar. Now if you do this, it's going to look syrupy as it's simmering. That's fine. That's what it should do. And then once you put it in there and let it just sit there for a little bit while the bratwurst is cooking, potatoes are finishing up. Hey, you know what? I'm Dave Guerra, and This Vet Cooks.